Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. This is Paola, GMS, UK, London camp. Alright, and basically I got an article here from the independent.co.uk. The title reads, Internet Freaks Out Over NYPD Black Mirror Robot Dog, but should we be worried? Alright, now you had this come out a month ago, and I thought it did, but basically it came out in Manhattan. Alright, it's doing the rounds in Manhattan. But I ain't read this article. I've just seen it pop up a bit, and I'm just gonna go through it, and Lord willing, it'll be edifying. So it says straight out of an episode of Black Mirror, alright. And it's kind of funny because I've been watching I just started watching, literally, just watched Black Mirror a few hours ago, and that TV series, because I remember it came out in the UK originally. There's even a few other things that came out here in the UK I wanted to go back over, because I got a couple videos I uploaded earlier this week. Well, one in particular. Check this out. And I was basically going into, what was I going into? Children of Men. Alright. And basically saying a lot of it is going on right now. And it's like, when you going over it, it's like hindsight's 20, no, not hindsight 2020, but it's like when you go over these things like this that I've watched before, I ain't watched in a while, in the midst of everything that's going on right now, you can see that it's a dramatization, like an exaggeration of everything that's going on right now. But and it's like their plans coming into place. So that's the same with Black Mirror. Like the first season 1, the 3 episodes, I'm actually, if the spirit wills, I've just woke up, so I might actually watch. There was an episode I was watching with the Prime Minister, the last episode of the first season. I'm going to go over it again, Lord willing, if the Lord will, before rest again. But the point being is that I'm kind of ranting, man. I'm just slacking, man. But you get the point. They mention Black Mirror because these things, science fiction and all that, art imitates life. So it says New York's police department first revealed its robot dog unit, DigiDog, back in December 2020. And a video of it in action is again causing a stir. Alright, so they're chipping it away at the people. Footage posted to Facebook on Monday shows NYPD officers leading a handcuffed suspect out of a building as a crowd of onlookers watch. Alright, so let me just grab the scripture. That's actually what I wanted to read, because you see that they said they brought it out. They brought it out because this isn't something they discuss with you people. Alright, they got an agenda and they're gonna go fulfill it. So this is Micah chapter 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." Alright, and let's talk who's devising iniquity. Esau, Edom. Alright, the so-called white man, as is known. Right, the elites, they devise an iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right, and the word tells you, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Alright, and Esau presently rules over this world. Alright, and he's exercising himself in that wickedness. Alright, so it says, and they convert fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And that's what he done in taking, claiming that he's God's chosen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an iniquity from which you shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time for this time is evil, and it's only gonna be evil for them, man. Let me read on. Let me read. So Psalm 64:2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows and shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. Right? They say, who shall see them? They search our iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is beat. And that's why you're just seeing it pop up out randomly, because this is a secret council that took place and they're utilizing it. Alright, so it says footage posted on Facebook on Monday shows NYPD officers leading a handcuffed suspect out of a building as a crowd of onlookers watch. The officers are then followed by a digidog by its operators, the machine purposely prowling past the crowd across the rain-slick paving. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life, says the person filming the video. Yeah. Because we're in what is the elites like to call the Great Reset, alright? It's a change in the world as you know it. That's why these things are being seen. Reaction online to the post ranged from confusion to get ready for Terminator soon, shake my F head. And we really are in our last days, alright? And this is true, right? Because basically this is Esau bringing out his gizmos, basically his weapons of death, to basically mess with the people, alright? It says on Twitter, some people posted diagrams showing how to disable digital by covering its sensors or by removing its battery. Others were outraged over the $75,000 cost, given the poor funding of some other city services. And this is the stuff that's gonna move for heavy censorship within the internet, all right, over the web, because of things like this. Ultimately, it's down to the internet was created, Psalms 19, all right, Romans 10, for the use of the word, all right, the publishing of the word. But basically, things like this are going to be the reason why they're going to say, we need to take the internet away from you people, because you guys are up to no good, all right? We're trying to control the people, and here you are bringing this unrest, all right? Active duty testing of the remotely operated robot dogs manufactured by Boston Dynamics appeared to catch many by surprise when footage first emerged of NYPD deploying a unit in February. While many were familiar with the video from the company demonstrating the power wrestling capabilities of their product, running, jumping, dancing, climbing stairs, balancing, and being difficult to push over, the sight of a unit out in the real world rang alarm bells for some. Yeah, man, because it was all good just a week ago when you saw it on World Star Hip Hop and was like, wow, they kicked it and it fell over, and then they kicked it now and then it's still standing. And then now it's actually in your streets, all right? And it shows you that all of this stuff that they show you on the net and all that type of stuff is just self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Just a way for Esau to get one up on you. I mean, self-fulfilling prophecy, just a way for Esau to prime your mind for what's to come. The chief concern is the technology may be outpacing any form of regulation, and this has combined with existing fears of increasingly militarized police police force in a climate of high tensions between law enforcement and the public. All right, but this is, and they've had the 1033 program. The apostles brought that out before dealing with that's going back years. All right, that's militarized police. But then it is befitting that all this is happening now, all right? Because everybody they're moving and they're getting ready for the time of Jacob's trouble, all right? The hour of temptation, because this is why all these things are going in the direction that they're going. Add to the price tag, add to that the price tag when the squeeze of civic finances has been exacerbated by the impact of the C scam demic, and the complaints and concerns begin to mount. U.S. Representative of New York, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, whose district includes the Bronx, where DigiDog was first deployed, was not impressed by the use of city resources, right? Shout out to everyone who fought against the community advocates who demanded these resources go to investments like schools, school counselling instead. She tweeted in February, now robotic surveillance ground drones are being deployed for testing on low-income communities of colour and under-resourced schools. They didn't want to invest in your schools. They didn't want to give you no reparations. They didn't want to do nothing for Jake. Oh no, they didn't want to do that. What they wanted to do is they wanted to police you with robo-dogs, all right? If the picture isn't being painted for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that you are of great disdain to this man, then, man, I don't know what to say, It says, she added, please ask yourself, when was the last time you saw next generation, world-class technology for education, healthcare, housing, etc., consistently prioritized for underdeserved communities like this? Never, all right? You don't see these PS 10 whatever schools out there with like the MacBooks and, STEM centers and all that type of stuff. And even it's now making me kind of think like, damn, maybe they did kill Nipsey Hussle, because the main reason being is they got an agenda. They ain't trying to bridge the gap for Jake to get into that world, right? They want to keep them blocked. They want to keep them locked off. They want them to be cornered in this fashion. Police forces argue that the use of robots dates back decades when bomb defusing units were first introduced. See these devils, man. Anytime you read these articles, you just realize how much of a devil Esau is, man. The deceiver, all right? He didn't answer the question. They answered the question, but they're dancing around the points. The NYPD has been using robots since the 1970s to save lives in hostage situations and hazmat incidents. This model of robot is being tested to evaluate the capabilities against other models in use of our emergency service unit and bomb squad. DigiDog is deployed for testing by the Forces Technical Assistance Response Unit, essentially as a land-based drone for surveillance. It is argued that its reconnaissance capabilities will save lives and keep officers out of harm's way. There are a number of incidents in the past in which similar technology has fulfilled this promise by keeping officers and members of the public at a safe distance from each other. DigiDog's you can read it, I can't pronounce it, remit, has raised privacy concerns, and naturally the question of whether such a unit could be armed in the future in some capacity has been raised. Some draw the comparison and use with the use of drones by the military, which followed a similar trajectory in their use and development. Okay, so it says Boston Dynamics, which calls the product Spot and refers to it as a premier industrial quadruped robot, notes that in its terms of service it is prohibited to weaponize a unit. However, in a digidog, if the digidog were never to be weaponized, its presence on the streets of New York City has grabbed the attention of the public. Community leaders and local politicians are taking note, concerned about what this means for the future of policing. Few are comfortable with the advance of technology and surveillance strategies within the police force, and appears at times equipped to fight a war. And that's because they are fighting a war, all right? The war of good of evil, good versus evil, and evil is trying to win. They're making a move, all right? So let me go through some scriptures, because basically this robot dog is fulfilling prophecy, all right? So it's the book of Jeremiah 5 and 6. It says, "Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf out of the evenings shall spoil them, and a leopard shall watch over their cities." Alright, and that leopard that's being spoken, we're talking about surveillance, CCTV. Alright, this is how it's going to be done. Okay, and that's why you're seeing this digidog in action. Alright, because this is prophecy being fulfilled. And this is setting the stage for things to come, all right? Because this digidog, there's just greater greater robots that they have, all right? For example, they said it. They said they're working in comparison to they're trying to figure out which I'll read it right here. It says, "This model of robot is being tested to evaluate its capabilities against other models in use of our emergency servicing unit and Bob squad." So this is light work. There's greater, and I'm sure brothers have seen it, Boston Dynamics. Greater, greater, robots, right? You got like this, you can see the Atlas, alright, which is for bloody Terminator. And I know there was a bigger version as well. Of the dog. I believe it's this one. And then they can be weaponized, alright? Yeah, Spot. Right, so that's the other one. The Spot Mini is what they're putting on the streets. So they can put the Atlas out there, RoboCop that can run you down, and they got Spot. Right, they got all these machines out there that people are yet to see right now. All right. So let me go back. That's that leopard watching you over your city. All right. Okay, you know what? That's more or less it. I ain't got nothing else on that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And Elon, it's the other thing, right? Because I can't even remember the article I read it in, but Elon Musk was talking about dealing with a Neuralink. He was saying that basically the way to curve, like they're basically talking about biohacking as a means to curve the advancement of technology to basically stop Skynet from going live or whatever the hell, all right? Basically, they're saying to stop AI superseding human beings, they need to biohack so they can keep up and control them, all right? And that's the guys that are going under. So all these things are starting to, come together on Esau's side. But really, it's showing you, it's biblical prophecy coming to pass, all right? That's all it is, leading up to one great time, right? So this is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, and this is what's all gonna culminate into the time of Jacob's trouble. Having these um robots out there, man. That's part of it, all right. As well as Esau's been experimenting and splicing genes, man. I forgot the name of the island where they some abomination basically washed up on the shores of New York, right, or somewhere around the East Coast, and it was said to be a place where they experiment making monsters, basically. All right, so this is gonna be a great time. All right, it tells you that there's gonna be this is the height of wickedness. All right, read this other scripture and I'll close out. So it's Revelations. Let me go 2:10. So it says, Revelations 2:10, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. All right, 10 days being a perfect amount of time. Because the number 10 basically denotes, in a word, denotes or means completion. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death." All right. So, Lord willing, you've edified. All right. Until the next one, I say shalom.